Hey guys, real quick before the video starts, if you are interested in picking up the Element or your very first beginner yo-yo, head on over to the first link in the description. I've got an online yo-yo shop with literally everything on sale. So if you're looking for either the Element or any really inexpensive beginner yo-yo to get you started, click that very first link in the description and pick one of those yo-yos up. But without further ado, enjoy the rest of the video. Hey guys, so everyone's day is going well. So today I've got a very exciting yo to review. This right here is the YoYoFactory Element. It's STEIN's new signature yo-yo, but it's not a competition yo-yo, it's a fun yo-yo. And so in this video, I'm gonna be talking all about this yo-yo, reviewing it, talking about what I like and what I don't like, and whether or not you should pick one up. So if that interests you, keep watching and we'll jump right in. First things first, I gotta talk about how cool this color is and how cool all the other colors are of this yo. So the name of this yo, the Element, it's got 4 different colors. And they're all kind of according to the avatar elements, you know?
Water. Earth. Fire. Air.
I currently have the Earth colorway, but there's also a Fire colorway, a Water colorway, and an Air colorway, as you can see here. So it's a super cool colorway and a really cool name for a yo. So I just gotta give that a quick shout out. It's a really smart design, how you can have like different colors that correspond to different elements, which correspond to the name, obviously. I just wanna talk about that really briefly since I think it's a really cool concept. But with any of my yo-yo reviews, I gotta throw the specs of this yo on the screen. Make sure to pay close attention to them because some of them are pretty irregular. And so I'm gonna put those on the screen in the next clip just so you guys can get an idea of what this yo is all about. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about this yo-yo that we have here. So in regards to the specs, diameter is fairly standard coming in at 56 millimeters, but the width is super wide coming in at 48.92 millimeters. That is pretty irregular for a yo in this day and age, so definitely we got a really wide yo here. The weight coming in at 65.53 grams is a little bit on the heavy side, I would say. However, as we'll talk a little bit more in the video, this yo doesn't necessarily play very heavy, which is pretty interesting. Now, we all know STEIN and his signature yo, the shutter, which is a classic. However, this yo is one of his signature yo's and it's kind of based off the shutter, but not entirely. So let's talk about this yo-yo design. You're gonna see as we talk about this design a little bit more that this yo has some shutter inspiration, but it's also kind of gone off on its own to make something very special. So first things first, let's look at that shape right there, which is so irregular. Oh my gosh. So where do I even start? I guess this shape is, first of all, really wide. You can see the gap width is gigantic there. But we've got a bunch of different cuts and then one cut that actually like juts outward of the yo-yo. It's kind of hard to explain, but that cut right there is so deep that it actually goes like into the yo-yo. And then we have some of these classic plastic rims right around the bearing to reduce friction. So I don't know if you guys know this, but YoYoFactory's recently been doing some things where they put these plastic rims right near the bearing seat, and that's gonna reduce the friction between the string and the yo-yo, which allows it to sleep for a little bit longer. It's a really interesting design, but really just look at that shape right there. We can see a little bit of shutter inspiration. We can see that really deep cut in there. Kind of reminds you of the shutter and kind of having that nice area for finger grinds. Totally reminds me of the shutter. But really this shape is so crazy. But really this is a very interesting shape that I haven't actually seen before. Now moving on over to the cup, here's where things really remind me of the shutter. So we got a pretty thick rim right there, which is definitely gonna give this yo a lot of power. And then we also have kind of this classic shutter design in the very middle. You guys all know the cup of the shutter with that, you know, nice little jut in right there. That's always awesome for thumb grinds and things like that. I'll throw some pictures on the screen right here and some videos of me comparing it to the shutter wide angle. But that design there is totally reminiscent of the shutter, but it's kind of got its own style. We also have a super cool engraving all around the yo-yo, the Element kind of engraving. It says Element right there and then YoYoFactory at the bottom, which is so sick. So really cool artwork right there. I love this kind of flowery design. It looks super flashy. It also looks really cool when the yo is spinning. It makes this little silver rim. So this yo-yo is already really cool, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, this shape is irregular, the colors and name are awesome, and then the artwork is incredible as well. It's totally got that shutter inspiration right there, but it's definitely its own yo-yo. It's definitely a really different thing than STEIN has ever made before. Okay, so how does the Element play? I talked a little bit about how the weight of this yo, statistically coming in at around 65 grams, is a little bit on the heavy side. This yo-yo does not play heavy at all. And in fact, it plays on the opposite side of the spectrum. I found this yo to play extremely light on the string. And I honestly can't pinpoint why that is, but I think it has something to do with the width and the shape. So when I'm playing with this yo on the string, it it feels so light to me. It feels like I'm barely even using a yo. It kind of dances around, super maneuverable, changes direction very quickly, but it doesn't feel at all like a heavy yo-yo. And you know, this yo feels very relaxed. It's a yo that doesn't feel aggressive when you're playing with it. It doesn't have aggressive rim weight. It definitely, you know, has a good amount of stability to it, but you really can't like feel a super strong pushing of rim weight like you can with other yo-yos. So the weight distribution is super evenly balanced, almost to the point where I can't like feel that stability in rim weight. This yo-yo has a good amount of spin time and a good amount of stability. It's worth mentioning that, again, this is GENTRY STEIN's fun yo-yo, not necessarily to be used for competition. So does this yo-yo play fun? I'd say it does. I'd say one main thing that I noticed about it that I love is the binds. The binds are really nice and snappy. Personally, one thing that can really make or break a fun yo-yo to me are the binds. A good fun yo-yo to me has really satisfying, very tight, very complete feeling binds, and so it definitely checks the boxes there. The response system is very well done. It works super well with kitty fat string, and binds feel super solid. They're nice and tight, they're satisfying, they work well with this yo-yo. Now, this yo-yo is definitely super wide, and what happens when you make a really wide yo-yo is you introduced a little bit of an issue with stability. And so I would say that this yo-yo definitely has a good amount of stability. However, it's a fun yo-yo, so it's not gonna be super stable for your most extreme tricks. So if you're trying to do any of your, you know, really intense tricks, you might be able to hit them on this, but you also might run into a little bit of an issue in regards to stability. So that's just something to note. This is not the most stable yo-yo in the world. It's not the most long spinning yo-yo in the world, but I mean, that's not what it's made for. Additionally, I found regens to be super nice with this yo-yo. They're really solid and consistent, so I definitely like that feeling. And really on the string, this yo-yo just plays so light and floaty. It's a really kind of gentle yo-yo to use. You can hit some really chill tricks on this, and it feels like a very well-made yo-yo to me. For grinds, this yo-yo is phenomenal. I mean, I've always loved the shutter for finger grinds because the shape just kind of perfectly fits your finger in right there. Additionally, I think that talon grinds and thumb grinds are also exceptional because the rim kind of dips over super nicely to accommodate for those types of grinds. So you can do either one. You can also do like a talon pull start with this yo-yo, as you can see here, which is super fun to do. You definitely need a good rim for that, and that element delivers. And then finally, finger spins are phenomenal with this yo-yo. I mean, it's got that nice smooth finish in the middle, so you're not gonna run into any issues there. You won't be like locking into a finger spin, obviously. You'll just be kind of rotating around the center, but that's to be expected with a cup design like so. And so yeah, that's kind of my review of the element from YoYoFactory and GENTRY STEIN. As I mentioned in the very beginning of this yo, if you guys are interested in picking one of these guys up, hit the very first link in my bio. I've got it listed on there. It's a super cool yo-yo site that I have set up. So click that first link in my description if you guys want to pick one of these up or are more interested in the yo-yo itself. Alright, so I hope you guys all enjoyed my review of the element from YoYoFactory. If you guys did, be sure to leave a like. And also if you guys are new here and haven't seen my video before, hit that subscribe button. I post videos about every single week. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.